This is a short video of our Georgetown 351 motorhome that we rent out. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the inside, and then I'll show you how we operate some of the things in here. Here is the couch, fold-out couch, folds out in the floor, and underneath the kitchen and dinette is a blow-up mattress that goes on that couch. We got the TV, have an in-motion satellite TV that's on the roof, so you can use that once you get set up, although the slide does cover up part of the TV while you're driving. We do have a chair behind the passenger seat that can sit there and it can kind of go to the side. Here's where you come in. Here is the kitchen. I'll show you a few things in the kitchen. We try to keep this keep a few things in here. You'll want to bring some paper plates and bowls, but you'll see up here we got paper plates, some cups, tissues, napkins. You'll see a big mixing bowl there. And on the other side here we've got some other paper plates and infrared. In the drawers we try to keep some spoons, knives, tongs, all kinds of good stuff in there. We'll keep some cleaning supplies in here as well for dishwasher, not dishwasher, but dish soap, a few trash bags. You may want to bring a few with you. We've got a couple pots and pans, cutting board in here. A couple more pots and pans. Bring some Ziploc bags with you. Those are always helpful. Also, I keep a griddle up here so you can do kind of pancakes and bacon. You'll have the microwave, the stove, and the sink as well. So a lot of good stuff there. And then over here we always keep a little bit of toilet paper and paper towels in here. And then we also have a coffee pot back in here. And then you'll have a little spice rack here, which you can store some other things in. So you will need to bring some paper towels and maybe a few things in the kitchen, but not too much. Beyond that, we've got storage underneath the seats. Also above the kitchen area, we have storage. Refrigerator and freezer. Runs on propane and electric. So you'll see up here, currently it is on, and it's on auto, so it switches back and forth between electric and gas automatically. But if that check light comes on, you'll want to recycle this to on and off and see if it will reset itself. Coming in the back, we have our bunk beds. You'll notice here our kids are little, so I still keep a little rail up there, but you can take that off if you don't need it. Also, there's a ladder on there so you can get up and down. And then the mattresses, we have those waterproof protectors on there. Again, my kids are little, so we keep those on there. And then also the mattress, which we bought this last year, queen size mattress here in the back, and it also has a protective mattress on as well. So you'll need to bring with you sheets, blankets, pillows, and also towels for the bathroom. And so we've got additional storage back here with the TV that's also hooked up to the dish. And then we'll turn around here and show you the reverse of this. So you have the door there that separates the main living area with the bedroom, and then we have the bathroom. So the bathroom and the shower in here, and make sure that little latch right there is always locked for the shower while you're driving. So that's the shower, and I'll show you a few things here. So on the control panel here, you'll see that we have the slides for the rear slide and the front slide. When you slide the slides in and out, make sure that the engine is not running, otherwise it will not slide in and out. You'll see the water pump here. So if you're going to use water out of the tank that's on board, you can use that. And then we also have the Arctic if it gets really cold, and this water heater does not work because we unwired it since we have the water heater that's up here. There is our LP propane level, the battery level, freshwater level, the black tank level, and the gray water tank level. So you just hit each of those buttons, and then the hot water tank is up here. You can turn that on and off. That will light up, and then you can just change the temperature of the hot water right there to set it up or set down. I typically just leave it on 105 degrees. It will go up to, I think, 120 or 125. I like to just leave it on 105, and then when I go to use the shower, I just turn the hot all the way on. And when the hot is all the way on, it seems to be pretty comfortable, and that way you don't have to mix the water. We typically just leave this on, and we don't have to do anything else. And then you have the furnace and air conditioner right here. So we'll turn that on. If you're going to use heat, it needs to be on auto. So you got auto, low, high. It needs to be on auto. Air conditioner, furnace, just set the temperature, and then you're all set. Now in the front, I'll show you the front part here and how you use a few things. And with the leveling system, and then also the generator as well. Alright, so as we sit up here, I'll take you through all the buttons. I'm going to go ahead and turn the engine on. Over here on the left hand side, you'll see the CB. Usually just change that to 19. You can listen to all the truckers. Got a little cup holder here. And then the leveling system is right here. Now to use the leveling system, you want to turn it on. Make sure not to hit the middle of the button, hit the bottom of the button here. It's a little sensitive. So once you kind of push it in on the bottom, the leveling system will turn on. Make sure that you have the emergency brake on. If you don't have it on, it'll remind you right here. You'll see here that currently the rear is a little unlevel. You can either use the auto button or you can use the manual button. For right now, I'll just hit the manual button, and then to make this more level, I will push it down, and the rear will push the jacks down further. You'll see that that green light is on, which means we are now completely level. If you need to take the jacks down, just go ahead and hit the all jacks down button, and that will take care of that. Couple buttons here on the dash. Really important, the shade button right here. The shade lowers the shade on the front. I keep a little reminder right there that says do not pull, use this shade button. I've had dozens of folks who have tried to pull down the shade manually and broke the shade, and it's a really pain to fix. So I put a sticker on there. ICC is just if you want to flash your lights, maybe thanking a truck for letting you get over. It flashes all your lights but not your headlights. Fog lights and battery boost. I'll talk about that in just a second. Headlights are over here, and then I've got a little mount for my cell phone. I keep a little magnet behind my case to put that in. Right here is the tire pressure monitor sensor. It rotates around between each of the tires and tells you the temperature and the current pressure. It won't light up and give you any readings until we start moving. I like to keep the front tires at about 100 pounds and then the rear tires somewhere around 80. And that'll fluctuate 10 or 15 degrees, or not degrees, but PSI. Also, we have the lights here that turn on, those lights right there. The fans, and then the generator. The generator, if you want to prime the generator, you hold it down for about 5 seconds. It'll put some gas in it. And then to start it, you hold that down. Keep it down for 10-15 seconds. You can't hear it, but it just now started up. And now the generator is running. I'm going to let that run for a minute. Now, there are 2 batteries that are contained on this coach that supply all the 12-volt power to the lights, the furnace, and then a ton of things on here. It's very easy to run those batteries down within a few hours, maybe 4 or 5, 6 hours. If you do that, the generator will not start because the generator needs the battery power to get started. If that happens, there is a battery boost button right here. This connects the battery from the engine to the batteries that supply the rest of the coach because they're two separate systems. When you push down and hold down the battery boost button, it's as if you're hooking up jumper cables to the generator. So with your left hand, you will hold down the battery boost button, and with your right hand, you will turn on the generator. And make sure that the engine's running when you go to do that sequence. So hold the left hand button down with the boost, and then right hand button with the generator. So I get phone calls all the time on that, but hopefully that'll help you. And then you have the radio vent, and then the generator hours are right here, so you want to pay attention to that and how many hours you're currently using. Beyond that, we have some storage up here at the top. In this one compartment here, we keep the dish box, so this is where all your cable stuff's at. This is to turn on the satellite system that's called a WindGuard satellite. When you go to drive and you're not using it, just go ahead and just turn that off switch off. Otherwise, when you get parked and you get set up, turn that switch on, and you'll hear a noise for about 10 minutes where the satellite's trying to find its signal. I typically leave this door cracked open so that you can get to the sensor in order to change channels on the remote. Now on the remote, you'll be able to just hit the power button and then change your input right here. Input number 1 at the top here. I don't know if you can see this. There we go. That's for your over-the-air channels. The video one right there is for the dish satellite. And then we also have up here an HDMI cable, and then we have the old school analog cables here in the event that you want to hook something up, and you can use the TV for that as well. But overall, that's kind of a tour of the inside of this motorhome. If you have any questions, let us know.